I love strategists. In the hero shooter genre, playing as a support is one of my favorite roles to play as. This is one of the most important roles for your team to manage to win. It is essentially the glue that keeps the team from not dying. But if the only ever support character you ever heard of is Mercy from Overwatch, I can kind of understand why you'll think that this role is boring and that it doesn't really matter that much. But I want to change your perspective on that with Marvel Rivals. So let's start with what I will say that Marvel Rivals counterpart to Mercy, Cloak and Dagger. Dagger is the strategist part in this component, being able to shoot daggers that heal your teammates, a shield that goes through every single one of your teammates and heals them, and a bubble that will also heal your teammates. Essentially, a perfect strategist. You might have noticed that there isn't a lot of damage here or defense, but that's where Cloak comes in. He essentially is a character that you can press a button and switch directly to them, making you be able to deal a lot of damage with his primary fire, send a shield that makes you do more damage and makes the enemy blind, and has an ability that makes you and your teammates invincible. And let's not forget the ultimate of Cloak and Dagger, the perfect combination. A ultimate that both heals your teammates and damages your enemies. But if that's not your cup of tea and you want to do more damage, well, there is Ultron, a character that only has one healing ability, and the rest is just pure damage. Or maybe you like to think more and you may try Mantis, who has limited healing or damage boost. You need to decide, does this teammate need healing or do we need more damage boost? And if you want to do more of healing or damage boost, you also need to damage your enemies. You have a sleeping ability in case you get dived. A more complex character than the two before. Or maybe you just want to be a silly guy. Who knows? There is something for everybody here. The thing that makes me love this role so much is the diversity between the characters. From healing focus to strategy focus to just more damage focused characters, there is something here for everybody to enjoy. Another thing that makes this role so important to the core gameplay of Marvel Rivals is the fact that between a team with a strategist and a team without one, there is a very big gap in the winning potential for the team. If you have a strategist, you have more time to, to KO and put pressure on the enemies than if you didn't, because if you don't have a strategist, you need to go find a health pack. You need to wait for it to reload because you don't have a strategist and everybody's going. But if you have a strategist, you will win more fights, and that's one of the most important things you need to do in a hero shooter. Vanguards need strategists to keep them alive, for them to be able to take more damage and push the enemy away. Duelists need strategists for them to be able to attack the enemy, to be healed when they go to dive in. Strategists is the thing that makes the team work. If there is something that I need to complain about the strategists in Marvel Rivals, is probably their ultimate abilities. What's an ultimate ability, you ask me? Well, that's the thing that makes a team fight change very drastically. And Marvel Rivals has a strategist ultimate ability problem. What do I mean by that? Well, hear me out for a second. Cloak and Dagger go forward and make a zone where your team can heal. Invisible Woman makes a big circle where your team will get healing. Luna Snow will start to dance and make a big zone around her that will heal you. Mantis will make a zone and make a place where you can get healed. Rocket Raccoon will put down a ability and will give you heal. That's 5 out of 9 heroes that just make a healing zone. That's a big problem. The other characters, Adam Warlock, he can revive all of his teammates that are dead. You have the Land Shark, eats his teammates or enemies and can throw them all outside the map and kill them. Loki can copy any character and become them, giving him their ultimate ability. And Ultron can shoot and do damage and healing. As you see, 4 of these characters are just, don't have a healing zone, which I think That's the biggest problem that needs to be seen. We need more characters, at least strategists, that can make something more than a healing zone with their ultimates, because I'm so tired of just seeing Invisible Woman, Cloak and Dagger, or Luna Snow in my matches, or my team to ask for a strategist ultimate for them to get healed because they can't win without it. It's very annoying. And I think that this is the biggest problem that the strategists in Marvel Rivals have currently. But that's not that big of an issue really, that's more of an annoyance on my part. I hope that I change your mind about the strategies or support role in hero shooters in general. Maybe you learned and finally will try one of them out, because you saw that they are essential and are very fun to play, especially in Marvel Rivals, even with their big problem, with their ultimate problem. If I had to recommend a healer, a strategist for you to play in Marvel Rivals if you just want to get into the role, I would strongly recommend Invisible Woman or Luna Snow. Probably the most fun I've had in this game, or with a support character in general. But for this video is done. I know it's a slow one, I mean a quick one, not a slow one, I don't know. And I hope you enjoyed what you saw here, even with their big problems, with the big problem of this video, which is my lazy editing. But I was Spidey, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.